Hey there, what's up internet? My name is BlackLightAttack. My only friend is the end, and this is episode 54 of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. So, last time we defeated both of the weapons. In the last episode we actually defeated the one weapon, Ruby. Weapon Emerald was the episode before that. And we continued on to the Northern Crater, got to the split. This is where things start to sort of wrap up. This is I guess it's not technically the denouement, is it? I guess the climax would be the final boss fight, and then the denouement is afterward, which is the wrap up of everything. But let's see what we got here. We got the remedy. Okay, whatever, not a big deal. Some of these treasure chests have some pretty ridiculous stuff. These are some creepy ass rooms, dude. I always thought these looked really gross. As we descend into the Northern Crater, things start to get a little bit less cavey and more like what is this stuff? It looks like organic growth. Got a magic source, nice. It looks kind of like organic, it looks like tissue. It looks like or like, you know what it makes me think of is like a nervous system. Like, have you ever seen what nerves look like? That's what it makes me think of. All right, so these magic pot guys are kind of interesting. They actually take no damage until you give them an elixir, and by give them an elixir, I mean actually use an elixir on them, and that'll allow them to start taking damage, and then they give you like a whole bunch of like AP and gil when you kill them. But I would rather keep the elixirs, honestly. I don't think I'm gonna need them because honestly Sephiroth is so much easier than the weapons, but whatever. Oh, here we go. I got a Master Tom Berry. That's pretty cool. Look at Zombie Slash. That'll probably kill him. I mean, with Cobb being pretty much at max HP and using ultimate weapon, I think that's probably gonna kill. And these guys are worth a pretty fair amount of AP. I guess I keep saying AP like it matters. AP doesn't matter anymore. We really don't need levels on any of our materia. Whatever. I'm so not used to, I've never been good at finishing this game. I just get into the mindset of this game is going to go on forever, and a lot of times my files do go on forever in the sense that I never actually complete them. And I don't know. I honestly wonder if it is indeed coincidence that this was the Let's Play that I left hanging, because I've always been historically so bad at actually finishing my files because I never really want them to end. And in a sense, kind of the same thing happened with this Let's Play. It's just, I think it's a coincidence personally. I really don't think that there was any sort of underlying subconscious desire to keep this going, but whatever. Oh wow, Barrett's not taking any of your shit, dude. Barrett's just counterattack, annihilated, goodbye, good night. Good lord. So I don't know that we're going to get to really show off everyone's limit breaks before this is over. We still have 2 limit breaks that I know we didn't see with Vincent. And now that the party's all split up, I mean, I think we can reunite with the party and then backtrack, but I don't know if it's really worth it. I guess there really are just a shitload of limit breaks in this game. I'll at least be able to get to show you guys Barrett's and Red 13s, but it's got to stop giving me fucking magic pots. I don't have all these elixirs that you want. I mean, oh, excuse me, getting sleepy. Honestly, I mean, if we're being honest, I do have those elixirs, but I don't want to use them. Anyway, this is I would assume this is one of the magic materials I don't have. Yeah, the shield material, which I think shield is actually just basically wall, which is barrier and end barrier. We got Imperial Guard, which is, I think, just a good armor, but once we get all of our mistiles, we're not touching anything. Basically, at the end of the game for me, it's always 3 ribbons and 3 mistiles, if I can help it, or usually, if not, 3 ribbons, a mistile, or 3 ribbons, 2 mistiles, and a Z-Rig. But, whatevs. Did you say whatevs? What is wrong with me? Let's go ahead and White Wing, because he's probably going to count with everyone's grudge. Yeah, thought so. What was I saying? Oh, so I did get that that third, rather, ribbon, which is you morph one of these guys. And generally the best way to do that is kind of eyeball the amount of damage. They have 44,444 HP, and then you just kind of eyeball, try to keep track of how much damage you're dealing to them, and then you take Yuffie along with her Conformer weapon, and the Conformer deals full damage on a morph, when normally morph does 1/10 of the damage that you would normally be doing at that time, so you don't really have to guess as much. Mine was doing 9,999, so it was pretty easy to just spam morph until it actually killed. Remember, you have to kill with morph in order for the enemy to transform into the item that you're morphing it into. So that was pretty easy. That made things pretty easy. God damn it, magic pot. Shoot. Shoot, I'm sick of ya. So Master Tom Berries are useful for farming AP, but they're also pretty dangerous if they get close to you. They can use Knife, which just kills you immediately. It counts as an instant death effect. So actually, Death Force will prevent you from annihilated. Those things are called movers. They're actually the best AP farming in the game. Fun enough. This room is the best room in the game for AP farming. Look at that, 2,400 AP, and if you have triple materia growth, obviously that's what, a shitload, 6,000, 7,200 AP in one. They don't give you any XP for some reason, but they also give you a shitload of gil. Not to mention apparently turbo ethers. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, if you cast Death Force on a character, like Tom Berry starts to get close to a character, you cast Death Force on them real quick. Be like, nah, trick, you ain't stabbing me today, and then it blocks the knife. But then their other attack is on everybody's grudge, and that's a counter attack that they use occasionally. And what that actually does is it will deal more damage based on the number of enemies that character has killed throughout the entire game. So generally speaking, Cloud is going to take the most damage. I think I discussed this in maybe the Battle Arena, the Battle Square tutorial, because I think Tonberries are actually enemies that can be fought during a certain phase of Battle Square. I can't really recall. So this area, you know, you can see this like verdant, lush life. And basically, what I was getting at before when I mentioned that the that one room that we were just in kind of looked like tissue growth, is that as we're getting closer and closer, things are getting pretty fucked up. Honestly, things are kind of messed up. I'm waiting for him to hit Barrett, because Barrett's gonna cover. Well, apparently not, because I think Barrett's just gonna dodge everything. Barrett, I just want you to get limit breaks, dude. I don't even know if I can one-shot this guy. I think these things have a lot of HP. Okay, not that much. I think as you get closer and closer to Sephiroth, basically, shit's happening. You get closer to Sephiroth, you get closer to Genova, and things are really going off kilter here. Things are not just lifeless rock anymore. Things are coming to life. There's kind of this like pulsating. I kind of makes me think of like Akira. Have you ever seen Akira, or however the hell that's pronounced? It's this anime movie that is just wildly popular in Japan. It was for a very long time. Basically, this character, man, I can't even remember the plot. It's been so long since I've seen it. But basically, some character gets experimented on and he gets all fucked up and he starts to mutate really bad, and something to do with this kid Akira, and I don't remember, but this is so not helpful for anybody who hasn't seen Akira. People who have seen Akira are like, all right, I know what he's trying to say, but it's just it's really poor descriptor. It's a really poor description of it. Whereas people who haven't seen it are like, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. And I think a large part of this is that it is now 3 a.m. and I am like so doped up on cough medicine. This was just the worst time to get sick, when I really have to like crunch time and get all these episodes recorded and knocked out before I fly out on Tuesday. It's just, oh my god, this couldn't be any worse. I am just completely out of it. I really wish that I could have ended this series on kind of a more, like, I almost want to say more like lucid note, you know? Like, I wish that I was a little bit more, like, I wish I wasn't sick. I wish I wasn't, I wish I didn't have to have all this medicine running through my system, and I wish that I didn't have to be recording at 3 a.m. so that my thoughts could be a little bit more collected, and when I wanted to talk about Akira, I could just talk about Akira. But I honestly cannot remember the plot to Akira, like, even a little bit. I remember in the beginning, there are a couple of bike thugs, and they like to beat each other up, and somebody almost gets raped, and they stop them, and then they beat up the would-be rapist, and then one of them gets fucking psychic powers and starts to go insane, and one of them gets a gun. I don't fucking know. I honestly don't know. I also have no idea what's going on here. Barret is just dodging way. I didn't even know you could dodge everybody's grudge, to be honest. Master Tomberries, by the way, can be found in that one room where we keep jumping down the platforms. And it was kind of, I don't know, it was sort of like a bluish stone kind of area. And we were just jumping up and down all the platforms. That's, there are also some caves you can go in to kind of get around. Can I? Okay, I have to actually hit circle to get up there. Interesting. And I think there's another room up here that I do believe. In that room, if you go inside the caves, Master Tomberries can be found there. If you're just fighting enemies on the outside, excuse me, the counter list is exactly the same, except you do not have Tomberries. So Tomberries are pretty important because they drop Mega Elixirs, you can steal Elixirs from them, and they morph into ribbons. So all of the items that come out of Tomberries are quite good. So you get your third ribbon that way. If you missed the ribbon in... Oh, this is where we are. Okay. I think I can't go this way. I am totally not where I thought I was. So the screen right before this one, basically. This is the split point for your reference. That is where Tomberries can be found prior to the split. It shouldn't really matter because you'll run into them anyway. Whatevs. Okay. Keep saying whatevs. Stop it, Nick. Alright, here's Ungermax. It's probably like the least interesting limit break ever. Let's go. Show us what it is, Barret. Yep, that's it. He just fires really fast and hard. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but interestingly, Ungermax, I think, hits, I think it's 16 or 18 times. Hits a lot, basically, and if you have Barret's stats max, and if you have his ultimate weapon with all the AP on it, etc., you can actually deal more damage than Omnislash, because I think Omnislash hits 16 times. Let me just double check and make sure that I can't, in fact, go here. Pretty sure Cloud says that we'll leave this to Kate Sith. I don't know why he decides Kate Sith is in charge. Like, we sent Tifa, we sent Vincent, we sent quite a few people who probably would fit better in a leadership role than the Scottish robot cat, but whatever. I'm not gonna doubt it too much. Excuse me, man. Oh man, I definitely feel the sickness starting to come on. I can like hear it in my own voice, and this is actually gonna be my second Let's Play I finished while I was sick. My first one was actually Super Mario World on the NES, Super Nintendo rather, on the SNES. That one I actually finished sick, and I just remember the only reason I even remember that is because in my 60-second Let's Plays, 1 week when I was trying to keep up with the 60-second Let's Play upload schedule, which was a terrible idea, as we all know. Those of you who followed it at the time, who followed me on Twitter in my degrading mental state, I actually, rather than going and recording anything, I didn't have time to record anything 1 week. I think I worked a whole bunch of overtime. So I took one of my old Let's Plays, notably the Super Mario World Let's Play, and I chopped it up and turned that into a 60-second Let's Play instead. And although I think that worked okay, it wasn't as good as a 60-second Let's Play. It was kind of like out of the character of 60-second Let's Play. Anyway, my point is excuse me. During that 60-second Let's Play, I mentioned in it that I was sick in the last episode. I put a little disclaimer in text over the screen. It was like, yeah, I was sick during this episode, so that's the only reason I remember that, is because I was more recently reminded, because I think a bunch of my friends turned on the 60-second Let's Plays during like not a party, but like just gathering. Me and my friends were just hanging out, and we a lot of times what our hangouts turn into is somebody turns on the Chromecast and we start playing YouTube videos, and you know, we watch shit like Too Many Cooks and whatnot, and eventually somebody was like, hey, turn on 60-second Let's Plays. I was like, alright, here we go. And so I was reminded of that. So I'm kind of annoyed that I went all the way back there, only to find out that the game is going to cut me off. But what I can do is go back to the meeting point, and then we will, oh god, we got the pincer attack, can't even run away. Kind of going to just like let Barret get hit, and then have him counterattack, and just kill these guys in one hit. This guys look so much like that one, what is it, Monster Rancher? It makes me think of like the sort of flagship monster from those games. But Yeah, I guess I was reminded of the success. Like, my point is, I haven't watched my Super Mario World Let's Play anytime recently, but I have watched my 60-second Let's Play of said Mario Let's Play, I guess. Oh, I forget what's up with these guys. This weird little prancing guy and this weird little, like, shaved pony. I don't know, they're gross. Get them off my screen. Away with you. You're disgusting. Oh, he's getting annihilated. I don't know, I feel like these guys drop, like, I think you can steal, like, X potions from the two of them. I don't really need X potions. I have so much money, and I never get to spend it at all. It's just, you hit a certain point in the game where, like, money is just not an issue. I feel like this game doesn't scale out very well. I don't know who decided it'd be a good idea to just take all materia and make its value, like, $1 jillion when it's mastered. Not to mention, all materia is one of the easiest materias to master. I don't know. I honestly don't. Please counterattack. I need the limit meter, and please don't miss, because you keep missing. Everyone keeps missing poor little Barrett because he's wearing a misstyle. He's wearing a misstyle because he's got the, excuse me, I definitely feel the sickness starting to affect my throat. I'm not going to have a voice tomorrow. Oh, this is going to be bad. I'll be lucky if I have a voice by the last episode. I already forgot what I was saying. Oh, he has the misstyle because he has the death blow added cut materia. Alright, so let's see Catastrophe. Catastrophe. Let's go, mate. Pretty cool limit break, if I do say so. Rocket up into the air. Hadouken! That is some Big Bang attack shit. Ooh, baby. Basically, big ol' beam attack. That's really all there is to it. Oh, I totally forgot I put Fury status on Barrett. That's why he was missing some attacks, even though he has the misstyle on. So, anyway, now that Barrett's done with that, I'm going to get the cover materia off of him. I'm going to put it onto probably Red 13. Yeah, let's do that. Because we have some limit breaks to show you with him as well. And we can also take the Fury status off of Barrett. One of our last tranquilizers. We're running pretty low on them. I think I'd probably cure that with an Asuna, or... I'm actually surprised White Wind doesn't get rid of that. Does White Wind really not get rid of Fury status? I guess it doesn't. Because I've used White Wind, like, quite a few times. Master Tonberry, you son of a bitch. I knew we would meet again. I'm actually going to attack with Red 13 in hopes of getting everybody's grudged. And building that limit meter. He is going to hit Barrett with it, which is quite annoying. He always hits Barrett with it. I swear there's like a pattern or something. So Catastrophe is interesting, and I mentioned that Unger Max can outdamage Omni Slash, but I didn't say anything about Catastrophe. So what's up with Catastrophe? Catastrophe is actually sort of weird cumulative damage where the beam travels along the battlefield, and it'll hit any enemies it comes across, but like in groups of widespread enemies, it actually doesn't do that much damage because he kind of trails the laser from enemy to enemy, and it'll actually only hurt the enemies it legitimately touches. Oh, I let him get too close. That's alright, we have life too. Nope, on Cloud, please. Cloud, there you go. That guy, the one who's dead, please, if you wouldn't mind, Red. Thank you, thank you. Red's gonna be doing like just about no damage right now because he is running low on the old HP, or MP rather, and that's like I said, his ultimate weapon is very similar to the Venus Gospel. Oh my, it is late. It is late, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about me. I'm still going strong. I am motivated to beat this game. I want to head towards the light. Head towards the light. There's the counter materia. That's right, you show up on the other side. So the counter materia is actually interesting. Counter materia is not the same as counter attack materia. So I think now that we've gotten to here, we can start doubling back to some of the other areas. I don't think I can get up here. Yeah, okay. But if I head down that staircase, it's going to trigger the cutscene that reconverges the entire party. But if I do that, these paths, which is the paths that I sent the rest of the party through, that will actually that'll actually cause us to not be able to return and get these chests, because all of these chests will be open and not be able to be collected. So let's not do that. Red 13 is not getting any limits going whatsoever. It's kind of unfortunate. I wonder if I should work from home tomorrow. I got the Turbo Ether, very cool. If I remember correctly, this is yep, the Mega All, which I forget what that does actually. Speed source. I think now if you equip the Mega All, that'll actually just cause all of your magic materia to consider itself as though it has an all materia attached. And now that materia, getting that Mega All materia is actually kind of funny, because you just you have to press O at the exact right time, because Cloud like sort of starts auto hopping, and you can actually miss that materia. I mean, not miss it permanently, you can always hop back, but you kind of hop back and forth over and over until you get it. And I often get stuck sitting there trying to grab it over and over. That time I got it the first try, so I think that's actually a first for me in the world of Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy VII, that is. So I want him to counterattack with everybody's grudge. That's why I'm hitting him with Red 13 and not just Barret. These guys are valuable, though. It's a shame I don't need anything. I really should just start running from... Oh, he fucking hits Barret. Okay. Alright, let's talk about how you're a bunch of bullshit, Mr. Tonberry. You piece of shit. I hate you. Smack. Counterattack. No, I'm gonna... Oh, he's getting close to red. There's my Death Force. Death Force on red. And that'll absorb that next attack. So I feel like he must counterattack with everybody's grudge, like only... Ha-ha! Just barely stopped him. Only every so often he must counterattack. Come on, hit him. Get me back. I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get you back. Yeah, how much you want to bet he counterattacks Barret? Unless Barret just kills him. Yeah, he fucking... Maybe it's a set amount of damage. I would have to imagine that it's something like that. Because this is getting dumb. This is getting really fucking dumb. To be fair, yeah, I'm pretty sure we haven't shown Earth Rave. But I'm going to be honest, Red 13's limit breaks are not very good. They're not very impressive. His ultimate limit break, I think I mentioned this before, but his ultimate limit break, Cosmo Memory, actually just straight up sucks because it only hits once. And even though it hits once for a lot of damage and can cap out 9,999 very early in the game, it only hits once, and that's not good against like a boss enemy, which is really when you want to be using your limit breaks against like a boss, right? The only time that is really going to be useful is against like a multi-limbed enemy, something like Emerald Weapon had all of its eyes, and one of the final bosses coming up soon has quite a few limbs and stuff as well. So you'll see. Basically, those bosses have like a whole bunch of parts to them. So I guess in that case, if you're like kind of underleveled or whatever, Cosmo Memory can be fairly useful. But overall, it's a pretty underpowered limit. I mean, really min-maxing in this game is not at all necessary. One thing that's nice about this game is, unless you're going for Ruby or Emerald Weapon, you can really kind of do whatever you want. It's kind of like Pokemon, where like, sure, you can min-max and go for like, you know, in Pokemon you go for like adamant natured starters. Like, you know, I soft reset until I got an adamant natured Torchic in my new playthrough of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Fine. You can do that. Or you can just say fuck it and just use like the first Pokemon. You can go to the Elite Four with like Eradicate and a fucking Zubat, or I guess a Golbat if you're playing Gen 1, or a Crobat if you're playing Gen 4 or up, whatever. And you'll still probably win because those games are really easy. And this game is kind of the same. I think this game is harder than Pokemon games, and the story is infinitely better, but for the most part, you really don't have to like try super hard in order to win. You can really just kind of do whatever. Just kill this guy. I'm done waiting for the limit breaks. Limit breaks are dumb. I forsake all limit breaks forever. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I think limit breaks are bullshit. I'm done farming them. Done farming the limit breaks. I would love to show you guys all the limit breaks. I really would, but I just don't have the time or the patience anymore. So wait, is that where I went? That's the split. Okay, well, we can go back to the split now. And now this is the other part of the route that we sent Tifa along. So the misdial, the second misdial should be here. And then the third we will get from Tifa when we reconverge with everyone. And also, this other split coming up, we'll learn some of our last enemy skills. We'll finally fill out and master one of our enemy skill materials, which is completely optional and serves no real purpose, but I like to do it. So you, ladies and gentlemen, can fucking deal. I'm going to try to get through this part as quickly as possible. It was little dilly-dallying. You know, I was sitting there like waiting and trying to get my limit meters up, but as I said, I have forsaken it, turned my back against it. I've decided this in all of this in the last like 5 minutes. And I really wish I had spent some time farming the enemy away material, which is, I believe, a reward for chocobo racing. It's a fairly rare one, though, so that would have been a lot of extra time just racing chocobos and hoping for this one silly item. But the enemy away is exactly what it sounds like. It's the opposite of enemy lure. It decreases your encounter rate, which is obviously quite desirable. So I think he asks you if you want to go down or not here because there's no return. But anyway, let's open up this chest. Boom, misstyle. Baby, baby, baby. Put that over the fire armlet any day because the fire armlet's actually kind of garbage unless you're fighting Ruby or an enemy that just really likes using fire attacks, I guess, but there aren't a whole lot of enemies that pretty much exclusively stick to fire attacks. Alright, now this chick I think has an enemy skill. Do I have a manipulate material on? I do. Good for me. Ooh, I'm so smart. So smart and attractive. Let's go. Ooh, gotcha. First try. Pollen Salta. Yeah, she definitely has something. Angel Whisper. I forget what this does. I think it's like a full heal and a revive or something like that. I forget what it does exactly. We'll find out in a minute because I'm just going to cast it on everybody real quick. And then we'll kill her off. I find it interesting that she has Fire 3, but she also has like, yeah, it's definitely a full heal, but I think it's like I think it's like a full cure and a Isuna all in one. Let's find out. Angel Whisper revives, restores HP and status to any one ally, so it's like a really powerful single target heal. It was kind of all of those things I was guessing at. And I find it interesting that she used like a cold breath attack against me, and then also has Fire 3. I don't know, it's weird. You don't see that with enemies too often, except for like, I guess Palmer, who uses the Mako gun, so he has all kinds of elemental magic at his disposal. But usually like natural enemies, things like that, are usually dedicated to like one specific element. But whatever. Got the Tetra Elemental. I like how I went out on my way to morph a Tetra Elemental in that one episode and then just like didn't use it at all. Tetra Elemental, for those of you who don't know. Oh, these are the guys that cast Roulette, which is another enemy skill that I use. Like I said, a lot of enemy skills to be had in this area. And I think I can manipulate them into using it, but it's still random which one it hits. I think I want it to hit Cloud because I think Cloud has the most filled out enemy skill. Or maybe it's red. It might be red, actually. Oh, no, they're probably just going to die, because Barrett's just going to go ham bone. Barrett doesn't give a fuck. Barrett says to shit with your enemy skills. I think what I want to do against those guys is probably cast Death Force on everybody, and then just have them start spinning the wheel. I kind of want to do that. Because that sounds like fun. I really want to max out all my enemy skills. I like doing that. I wonder if this is where the dragon... No. Oh. This is the zombie dragon. These guys... I do believe use... I think it's these guys. They have an enemy skill that they only use once. Then after that, they never use it. Like, no enemy in the game will ever use it again. They can't manipulate. But I think it's also... They use it as a final attack. I can't remember what it is. Go ahead, big guard. Okay, I guess it's red that has the most filled out enemy skill. Ooh, got a cauldron, which I think just deals a whole bunch of status effects. It's basically like a mini Hades in an item. It's not very useful, actually. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm excited. I think these guys cast question mark, question mark, question mark. Shadow Flare, that's what it is. Is that what it is? I do believe. Or maybe it's that you can only encounter one of these guys ever? I don't remember. It's something weird. This guy's called Zombie Dragon. He's interesting. I'm gonna... Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, so it's actually... Shadow Flare is not... Shadow Flare is actually used by Ultimate Weapon, funny enough. But, yeah, they're... The final attack, it gets off a final attack of Pandora's Box as sort of a parting gift to the party. But it will only use it once per save file, so if you don't have your enemy skill equipped when it uses it, you miss out. You can encounter these guys more, though, if you want to fill out Shadow Flare on your enemy skills. So Pandora's Box is like, oh, we're going to space. What does it all mean? It's kind of a stupid animation. I don't really understand what they were getting at with this. I'd be interested to see if there was, like, some kind of weird... Excuse me, I would be interested to see if there's some kind of, like, weird Japanese translation that makes that giant question mark in space make any more sense, but... Whatever. I don't really care. Yeah, actually, I want to see what is up with that. Skill. Where's Pandora's Box? Things at the bottom. Okay, yeah. Big damage on all opponents. Ignores defense for 110 MP. Interesting. Okay. Alright, guys. Anyway, that's going to do it for episode, I think this was 54? Thank you so much for watching. Next time, we are going to go for the gold. We are going for Sephiroth himself. The goal is within sight. We're going to end it. We're going to finish it. We're going to keep collecting items because I like doing that. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.